fucking car to drive. And you talking shit about me? Shut the up. Y'all don't even got a fucking house to wash your ass. And then you talking shit about me? Shut the up.
Even like when my children, love my children. All four of my children are adults. And I told them, listen, no more handouts. No more handouts. It can't be.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter has responded to claims that her father stopped supporting her financially. She defended receiving help from her parents and said there is nothing embarrassing about it. She also alleged that Floyd stopped giving her money because he is now broke.
You mad? Wouldn't you want to? I want the same thing for my son. I don't want him to ever have to work. Why does that bother him so much? Why is that always being thrown in my face like that's such a bad thing? That's not a bad thing.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently discussed how he supports his children during a podcast and explained that he cannot keep giving them money whenever they request it. He said his goal is for his children to become financially independent instead of depending on his wealth.
Give them money. They go shopping. They put gas in their car. They party. They come back. I need money. I give them money. I buy them houses. I buy them cars. Told them, listen, from here on out, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business. But I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that. And then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same.
After Floyd reportedly ended her financial support, Yaya Mayweather drew attention by saying she would like to try working a normal 9-to-5 job. Critics, however, questioned whether she could manage a regular workplace after growing up with such a privileged lifestyle.
In the story about Yaya Mayweather, right? So Yaya Mayweather is the daughter of Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Obviously, Floyd Mayweather, a world-time iconic boxer, made $1 billion in his lifetime. Money Team.
Come on.
I seen her and I was kind of torn. At first, everybody was like going at her, "Ha! Oh my God, y'all going broke." But I'm like,
never.
You know, I wasn't really mad at what she was saying. So basically, she was saying, "Lately, I've been bored. So bored, I was thinking about getting a job just for the fun of it."
Just for the fun.
Now, for full context, she's been rich her whole life.
Oh, like, yeah, she's a Nepo baby. She's
a Nepo.
She is the example of what it looks like to just only know lavish, only know luxury, only know the finest of the finest.
And then her dad is Floyd, so all he do is like, he got floss, he got 100 cars, he got all of this. They fly on private jets.
Right.
So her whole life is luxury, and she probably has never had to struggle or had any type of adversity. She don't know, and she can't relate to anybody. This is probably why she can't create no products or services to monetize her startup, because she really don't.
Critics question whether Yaya Mayweather has learned enough about managing money despite growing up wealthy. They argue that having access to large sums does not guarantee good financial habits, such as budgeting, saving, and investing. The discussion also points to claims that many people who inherit family wealth later lose it because they lack financial education or discipline.
You know what's up? These little girls don't know how to do nothing. And she's sitting on I'm bored. And y'all can say, well, her daddy rich, but like, well, what if something happens to her father? Oh, we got trust funds. Okay, cool. He may have trust funds. But does she know how to budget money? Does she know how to make money? Does she know the value of money? That empire, that estate is going to be gone. And statistics show that 85% of second wealth generators from their parents go broke because they don't understand how to manage it, which means there's a few reasons. Either we spent too much time making it, we didn't have time to educate our kids on it, and so we just gave them everything. Or two, they just don't give a damn. They just entitled, spoiled ass.
Yaya Mayweather has often rejected comparisons between her life and that of average people. As Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s daughter, she grew up with wealth, luxury, and opportunities that most people never have. Because of this, she believes judging her by the same standards as someone from a very different financial background is unfair.
I have to stop. Literally. Y'all have to stop comparing me. And even the people that y'all comparing me to, they have to stop. Okay? Comparing themselves to me. Because listen, you cannot y'all have to stop comparing me to people who wear fake designer stuff, okay? Let's start there. Who wear fake designer stuff? Baby, I'm walking into designer stores, Neiman's, Saks to get my stuff. They're not. They're getting these from these little boutiques, whatever. Let's start there. Now, then we're gonna go to stop comparing me to people who rent exotic cars, foreign cars. Baby, every car I drive, best believe, is paid for. It's not rented, paid for. In my last name is on.
Yaya's comments have added to speculation about Floyd's finances. Reports say Floyd claims a former associate cost him around $175 million through alleged financial deals and other losses. The other side disputes the claims and points to Floyd's spending instead. Some believe these money problems could even push him toward another exhibition fight. The lawsuit also claims Jonah Rechnitz gained control over parts of Floyd's business and finances while acting as a trusted advisor.
A good week for Floyd Mayweather. Let's go. So now he has filed a $175 million lawsuit against his business partner, Jonah Rechnitz. So the name should be familiar to you. He has been described as Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man for decades. Also, he has been named in several lawsuits with Floyd for them being involved in scams themselves. The lawsuits include allegations for fake exhibition fights, allegations for unpaid jet bills, unpaid jewelry, unpaid services provided. But in turn, now Floyd is suing him and saying, hey, I never saw this stuff. You have scammed me out of jewelry. You have scammed me out of money. You've scammed me out of real estate. And so this is a big, massive lawsuit, guys. What's also interesting is Floyd has had an interesting support for the Israel community. Jonah Rechnitz is a member of a prominent Jewish Orthodox family. I'm curious if he's going to continue to have the same set of support. I'm also curious to say if he's going to prevail in the other lawsuits. Is this a way for him to get out of it, or are these false allegations against?
Dana White has commented on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s reported legal and financial problems and suggested he would be open to helping. He said losing or having such a huge fortune stolen after years of hard work would be terrible. The lawsuit reportedly involves claims of missing money, fake investments, unauthorized transfers, lost jewelry, and the alleged sale of Mayweather's private jet.
Probably the richest and one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms. So let's talk details. Let me tell you about the loss.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is reportedly facing another legal dispute involving Showtime and longtime advisor Al Heyman. He alleges financial misconduct and claims money linked to his business deals was mishandled. According to the allegations, millions of dollars may have been improperly withheld or managed through agreements tied to his career and business interests.
Mayweather filed a lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Ooh, it's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage on top of the missing $340 million. So why is Floyd suing him, and what is he claiming? Well, Floyd argues that during his legendary career, where he generated $1 billion in revenue plus and pay-per-view money, a significant portion of the funds that he made through those events, through his fights, didn't make it into his hands because they were funneled through accounts controlled by his then advisor, Al.
Former Showtime president Steven Espinoza has also responded to the allegations.
Look, I can't say too much about it. The lawyers have asked me not to, but, obviously Floyd is looking for $340 million, which he, I think, supposedly discovered 10 years later is missing. I think you can tell by my tone what my thoughts are about that. And look, all I can say is I'm confident in the legal process. I'm confident about, what the facts are going to show. And I look forward to this, playing out in court so everybody can see exactly what is true, and exactly what, where the money went. Because if you look at the, how my career has played out, I spent my career going back to representing both Mike Tyson and Oscar La Hoya. I've spent my career making sure that fighters are treated fairly and have gotten compensated fairly. And I've never done anything, but that. And I think at the administration that I ran at Showtime was one that was very fighter friendly, and I stand by that. And I know reputation will continue to be that regardless of.
Veteran analyst Teddy Atlas noted that former Showtime executive Steven Espinoza was reportedly named in Floyd's lawsuit. Atlas said he has never been a fan of Espinoza and claimed some fighters were not always paid properly in boxing deals. He also suggested Floyd's heavy spending may have contributed to financial pressure and the need for more money.
You don't know what the truth is fully in there. I know Steven Espinoza was named. He ran Showtime at the time. He was named him. I never was a fan of Espinoza. Again, I'm not afraid to say and not mince my words when I feel a certain way. And I've taken arrows for it, and of course I've also taken some praise for it. That people say, hey, Teddy's going to say what he feels. I was never a fan of him. I never thought he was a man that kept his word. I never thought he really did a great job over at Showtime. I mean, they put some good fights on because the fights were available, because the landscape made it available. Where there was, there was a lot of job shortages in the business, if you will, and people are eager, of course, to fight on a platform like Showtime if you're going to pay them. It's a lot of fighters available, and you didn't have to be talented to put on good fights at Showtimes. Like I said, there weren't a lot of places to go. There was a lot of unemployment. There were not a million places to go and get paid. So if there was a place, boom, there was a line of people waiting to get into that.
Former ESPN writer Jason Whitlock claimed that Floyd Mayweather Jr. spent heavily to maintain his celebrity lifestyle and stay relevant. He suggested that these expensive habits may have contributed to financial pressure and possible debt. Whitlock also speculated that Mayweather could return to boxing to help cover his obligations.
Mayweather is an example of the stupidity of living for the culture and trying to be relatable and trying to be this incredible icon or example of, look how much money I've made. He's blown it all, and now at 49 years old, he's got to go back into the boxing ring and continue to fight because he's in a lot of debt. And this is what I was trying to make the point to Cam Newton about. This whole, I'm doing it for the culture. What has doing it for the culture ever got?
Despite earning a huge fortune from boxing Floyd, Mayweather still faces questions about his finances. His luxury cars, jewelry, jets, homes, and expensive lifestyle have drawn attention to his spending. Critics say even massive wealth can shrink quickly when costs stay high. The situation has renewed debate about the need for careful planning, smart investments, and responsible spending.
Limited amount of money, money's just flowing. And even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made as much, if not more money than any boxer ever. Like, there's all these lawsuits. Like, he hasn't been paying things, and he owes money on this and owes money on that. And it's like, and then he's got to come out of retirement.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I think it's just the lifestyle that Floyd lived.
Yes.
I think he can't fathom to just live a modest lifestyle. It's like he got to be lavish.
Right. He's got to have those videos where it shows you all the watches, where he opens the case up. You know,
all the money. He got to show that he got $1 million in his backpack. And, you know, he got the latest watch and the latest car, and look what I just bought.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, you get into that Like, boy, that money goes quick.
Terence Crawford said Mayweather's situation should teach young athletes to invest wisely and plan for the future. Shakur Stevenson defended Floyd and said even financial trouble would not mean the same thing for someone who built such enormous wealth.
See the headlines with Floyd right now about the money issues coming back. Like, what do you think about stuff like that? What's your thoughts on that?
You know, I try not to get in too much of that kind of stuff because, right, people could talk about, oh, Floyd broke and Floyd this. Man, even if, let's just say, coincidentally, Floyd broke. Floyd broke ain't like everybody else broke, bro. Like, Floyd broke is a different type of broke. Like, Floyd broke is our super rich at the end of the day. So, now to see him come back fighting, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe you know what I think my thing is with Floyd? I know him. So, like, me knowing him, I know that he just loved boxing too much.
Stevenson also said Mayweather's return to boxing does not necessarily mean he has money problems. He believes Floyd still loves the sport after making it a major part of his life. His exhibitions and boxing appearances continue to bring attention and income, which may be enough reason for him to stay involved.
Probably even gonna ever say it that, like, what it is. But like me talking to him, like I done sat on the phone with Floyd for hours. And in conversation, I just realized, like, yo, this dude is just, he like in love with boxing. Like, he's obsessed with boxing. So like, he probably just can't hang the gloves up. Like, he can't let it go.
He really did.
He can't let it go.
He kept doing with the exhibitions. He never really did. He'll take a break where you don't see him, but then he back in the gym. It's just crazy, like, thinking of Floyd being 50, having to go to the gym and spar 3 days a week, bro. That sounds crazy.
I mean, it look like he doing it well, though. Like, even when I watch the videos, I'm like, man, this don't look like no 50-year-old fighter to me. Like, it looked like a guy that, I ain't gonna say in his prime, but he looked like in his 40s. That's the thing.
Floyd past his prime is better than a lot of guys in their prime. That's the thing. Because he just knows so much. Been on too many big stages, so that's not...
What is your view on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s financial situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below.